banging back there, that's probably a rock. There's the culprit. It's a pretty good sized rock. Oh. Good morning, welcome back to Rolling Hills Farm. Dave here. Well, the first field is round baled, and we've got a couple of days of rain in the forecast, and that gives us an opportunity to haul manure, to get the manure pile spread out on this first field. It's all about our sustainability plan for keeping fertility up on our hay fields without spending a lot of money on extra inputs like fertilizer, which is very expensive. But before we start moving manure, well, we've got to get those round bales off the field. One on the back, one on the front. Round bale trailer's got a flat tire, so while I wait for a new tire, I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. Just driving over the field, 36 bales to collect. Something almost comforting about the growl of this classic Oliver. I've operated this Oliver and other Olivers for so many years. I just love the sound of that big six-cylinder engine cruising along. A little over 4 miles an hour, which is a good speed to spread this load evenly. I hear something banging back there, that's probably a rock. Yep, let's go get it. There's the culprit. It's a pretty good sized rock. Oh. You can see I left a little mess there where I stopped. There's still a little bit left in the spreader. I've got a special place for this rock. Remind me to empty that. Spreading manure is an enjoyable job. You might laugh because it smells. No air conditioning in this cab. Back window's open. But this stuff is pretty composted. Doesn't really smell like the kind of fresh manure you get out of a dairy barn. We concentrate our manure by feeding in specific areas in the winter, and you'll get a mixture of manure and waste hay from the cows that begins composting right away. Usually that'll get piled up in a big windrow, and then that gets spread after first crop on our various fields. We pick different fields every year, and then after that we'll gather up the prior winter's manure, pile it, and start the process of composting all over again. It turns into this. sweet smelling, rich in nutrients, and maybe the most important thing we produce on this farm. So we generate quite a bit of manure on this farm, but we have a lot of acres, about 150 acres that need fertilizing. Now, some of that comes from our local city sewage plant in the form of biosolids, but otherwise we're hauling manure from multiple farms. This farm, the manure that gets built up from our winter feeding, and then we've got 2 different neighboring horse farms that generate, well, tons of manure, and we get their manure. Our manure composting process really starts early in the spring. And this year we were out as soon as the snow was gone, gathering up piles of manure and spreading it on the first field. Take a look. We typically borrow a dump trailer to haul manure to some of our more distant fields where it's dumped and then spread just after the snow has melted, but before the ground softens. We soil test all our fields and typically spread industrial lime to correct the pH, which will enhance the growth of whatever crop we're planting, along with the manure for fertilizer. So this is industrial lime from a local plant, and we've been using it for a couple of years to neutralize the pH in our fields. We had soil tests done, and this field was getting a little low. We've worked it for enough years that we've taken the nutrition out of it. And our plan is to plow this in August after we've taken the hay off and plant rye and alfalfa this winter. This will be a rye field which will be combined next summer as rye grain. In the weeks between first and second crop, we'll haul dozens of loads of manure, spreading it at 3 to 4 tons per acre, hoping to replace the nutrients lost from baling first crop. So I'm back out here for one last chore related to spreading manure, and that's to take this drag over the field and break up any clods. You know, one of the problems with spread manure is you'll get wet chunks that don't break down quickly, and you hit them with your mower and you suck them up in your baler, and it's messy, and those clods won't release the nutrients, which is the reason you're spreading manure in the first place. It's hard to see when you look out over the field, but there's little chunks of manure showing black out there, and this is just a way to kind of break those up a little bit. See these chunks right here going by, and they just disappear after that drag rolls through them. And the final part of this process will begin this week. We've got another rainy stretch coming up, can't bale any hay. So we'll be coming out here to these winter feeding areas. You see a lot of rotted hay, and it's really mixed up with manure. It's soft and squishy here. And we'll be shaving all this off with a skid steer. And it's up, you know, maybe 3 feet. And piling it in this area that's just been cleared, that we've just opened up for manure. You can see we've already piled some here. This was taken out of the spot where we've got the sunshade earlier this spring and piled up to begin the composting process, and it's already composted down. It has sunk 4 or 5 feet down here in the time, a couple of months it's been here. But we've got this giant open area now where all this winter feeding manure will be piled up. This is a pile I've got set aside for spreading, it's already composted manure, for spreading on another field. So it's a year-round process, a never-ending process, I guess, but it's part of livestock farming and as well as crop farming. For us, hay and small grain, we feel it's the right way, the sustainable way to keep our small farm going affordably, as well as doing the right thing with these waste products. Thanks for watching. A lot more baling hay coming up, including square bales next. We hope you'll join us as our Rolling Hills Farm really swings into our busy season. We'll see you then. A rough job for a hot day, sweeping the barn floor in preparation for the new hay.